The official Twitter account of Netflix shared a photo yesterday where they expressed joy at Stranger Things 4 Volume 2 releasing in 2 days, but then shared sorrow at the realization that this means no more Stranger Things for another 2 years. And we're taking that point a bit further today by discussing what to expect after Stranger Things 5. Let's dive right in. First, let's start off with everything we know about the final season of Stranger Things, beginning with the official announcement. In February 2022, in an open letter to fans, the Duffer Brothers shared that 7 years ago, the story of Stranger Things had taken birth. It was at this time that they decided that it would span 4 or 5 seasons. Working on the 4th season at the time, they'd shared that the story wasn't going to fit into 4 seasons, and so a 5th part was necessary. When the cast heard, they got super emotional about it. Recently on Jimmy Fallon, Noah Schnapp, who plays Will Byers, shared that when the letter had dropped, he just started bawling and texted Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Eleven, only to find out that she was in tears too. She texted Gaten Matarazzo next, who plays Dustin Henderson, only to find out that he was crying too. And no, we're definitely not sniffling too. The emotional text thread reached the Duffer Brothers, who responded by saying, "You guys gotta stop texting us. Like, I know it's over, but we have time left." Okay, wow. The tears continued till the last day of filming season 4, where Noah kept asking Millie if she was upset and if she was going to cry, but Brown responded that she wouldn't think about it until they were done filming. And once they were done filming at 4 a.m., by the way, the duo just hugged each other and bawled their eyes out. You guys. Okay, moving on, how long will we have to wait? Now that we've established that the show is ending after the 5th season, let's talk about how much of a wait we're looking at. The Duffers shared that after the 4th season has fully aired on the platform, they'll start working on the 5th and final season, which shouldn't take too long. According to them, since they already have an initial outline, it doesn't seem like there's going to be another pandemic-forced hiatus to hinder the show's progress. Speaking of the pandemic, that's when all the details were actually ironed out. The Duffers pitched the season to Netflix, figured out what the ending is and how it needs to be executed. It's nice to hear that at least someone had a productive lockdown. Next up, let's talk about the upcoming time jump. News about a time jump has been flying around on the internet, and seeing how much the kids have grown over the past several years, we see the appeal. Millie Bobby Brown, Gaten Matarazzo, and Caleb McLaughlin had the most drastic glow-ups out of the younger cast, and it has become quite obvious that the actors are growing up much quicker than their on-screen counterparts, who are still in their early teens. So, to facilitate their changing appearances, Ross Duffer shared that he's sure they'll do a time jump. Originally, it was thought that both seasons would be shot back to back, but the amount of work that cropped up in season 4 made that impossible. So what's it going to be about? So far, each season has introduced new elements, new monsters, new threats, but kept alive the series' storyline in a way that the flow doesn't break. We can expect the same from the 5th season, along with a story loop, as the Duffers shared that it will deal with more of the Upside Down secrets, including a question that came up this season. Why is it frozen in time on the date that Will was taken? So it's like coming back a full circle after tying the show down in a neat little parcel, which was evident since producer Sean Levy shared that no one's making the story up as they go, and there is an endgame. We're so ready for it. And who's going to be a part of it? This one comes as the million-dollar question ahead of Volume 2, since it was announced that no one is safe this time, not even the kids. So we'll have to wait to see which characters make it out alive, and hopefully unscathed, to move on to the final round, the endgame, as Sean called it. What we do know for sure is that Joyce Byers will make it out alive. Winona Ryder let that little detail slip when she texted Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike Weaver, joking about her energy in season 5. Oh, thank God. Another member of the Byers family also let it slip that his character will be seen on the other side. Noah Schnapp, who plays Will Byers, was joking about his horrendous bowl cut on Jimmy Fallon and let it slip that the Duffers had told him to get ready for season 5 since the bowl cut is not going away. Now, if only we can get some good news about Steve and Eddie, fingers crossed. Let's end on a possible release date for season 5. Okay, so we know there's going to be a time jump. We've discussed which characters will come back for sure. We've even talked about what mysteries the season will tackle. All that's left is a possible release date. And call us Jon Snow because we know nothing. But let's take a look at previous data. Season 4's filming had been delayed massively due to Corona, pushing back its release date from January 2021 to May 2022. Filming for the show wrapped up post-pandemic in August or September of 2021, and the show's first volume was released 9 months later. The good news is we won't have to worry about such a long hiatus for Season 5's filming, as it is set to begin soon after Season 4 premieres. This means fans can expect the season to drop sometime in late 2023. That's not so bad. There's also a spin-off coming. We know, we just talked about Season 5 being the ending of Stranger Things, but that isn't necessarily true. While Eleven's story will end with the 5th season, there is going to be a spin-off series set in the same world exploring different aspects of the story. When is the spin-off coming? Since we're still waiting for Stranger Things Season 4 to end, asking about the untitled spin-off, it does sound a bit premature. But ask, we did, and got an answer. Ross clarified that the spin-off is in development in a parallel timeline to where the show is at the moment. However, there's no way it can be shot before they officially wrap up Season 5. However, they will start delving into the project as soon as they get to the final season's post-production stage. And why now? Matt Duffer answered that question by saying that the subject of a spin-off hadn't been touched before because they didn't want to do it just for the sake of doing it. They wanted to create a story that would be telling even if Stranger Things wasn't in the picture, and that it would succeed even if they took the show's title off of it. Oh, and no one will see it coming. Continuing his story about a new show, Matt clarified that it won't be anything like what the fans have gotten used to. He called the story a brand new way to look at the world, different from what everyone is expecting, even Netflix. How exciting and necessary, considering how the show has been running since 2016, and there's only so many ways you can introduce an otherworldly, life-threatening problem to a small town, only to have the world saved by a group of kids, one of whom has mind-bending, get it, powers at the last moment. But they couldn't fool Finn Wolfhard. The Duffers had been keeping the spin-off idea under wraps for some time, but they couldn't fool Finn Wolfhard, who nonchalantly mentioned a part of the story and said, "I think this would be a cool spin-off." The Duffers were dumbstruck by his accurate guess and could not figure out how he had hit the nail right on the head. But they still didn't elaborate on the story and ended the conversation by saying that they both think Wolfhard will be a really talented director in the future. And coming from them, that's huge praise. In the end, no matter how much we discuss an upcoming 5th season and an untitled spin-off series, the fact of the matter is, Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 drops on the 1st of July, Friday, and we're terrified of the fate that awaits our beloved characters at the hands of Vecna and the Russians and Brenner. But all we can do is wait impatiently for the penultimate episodes to drop and organize a prayer circle for the kids, especially Steve and Eddie. We're watching you, Duffers. That's a wrap for this video. When do you think Season 5 will drop? What do you think the spin-off could be about? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.